Drachenfest is coming to Australia. I'm a little late to the game when it comes to preparing for Drachenfest Australia. Less than a month to go now. So much to do. To be honest, it felt a bit overwhelming trying to gather all the information and planning for the camp. I know I'm not alone in this, so I figured maybe others would benefit from this video as well. I'll walk you through everything you need to know except combat, because that needs a whole video on its own. We'll see if I have time to make it. Yeah, so what will I be covering instead? We have what is Drachenfest, the universe and the lore, tickets and entry, in-game currency, camp options, organization within camps, the guild, character creation, merchants, shopping, meal plans, media permissions. So let's start at the beginning. What is Drachenfest? Drachenfest is a 4-day medieval fantasy LARP, live action roleplay event where players bring their characters, new or existing, to join one of the 5 camps. Each of these camps have their own set of philosophies, and you are guided by the avatar of their camp's dragon. Throughout the event, players in these camps participate in quests, tournaments, battles, all competing to earn dragon eggs. No, this is not my own dragon egg. This is gifted to my partner and his mate for going all the way to America to some battle reffing for their Drachenfest event. That's also where I got these. These are not mine. These are my partner's. But it's not only eggs, you also want to collect banners from the different camps. And all those tallied combined will ultimately determine which dragon reigns supreme for the year. So what is this universe like? The Drachenfest universe is ruled by dragons, sentient cosmic entities of immense power. Basically gods, I would say. Their strength is so great that if they were to fight, the damage would be catastrophic, ripping apart the fabric of existence itself. So to avoid total destruction, the dragons created a competition, Drachenfest. Each dragon call is heard across countless worlds and beckons followers to the Drachenfest in order to fight on their behalf, with their powerful avatars manifested into the dragon world. And I am so excited to see them all in their costumes and to understand their personalities a bit more, especially for the camp that I'm a part of, which I won't say yet, but you could maybe tell by the color scheme a little bit what camp I have chosen. Maybe. In this world, your character is drawn from any other realm. You can play a D&D character if you want. You can play from a different LARP. They're all just summoned to the Drachenfest to serve their chosen dragon. And nobody lives in this place permanently. I have heard it referred to as the Drakelands, and this is every character's first time being here. Getting the ticket. So getting the tickets was straightforward. I just Googled Drachenfest Australia, found the official website. Oh, and I spotted my partner there. He's such a clown. Had a quick look around. I skimmed through the basic rules, which seemed standard compared to the other LARPs I've been to. If you're new to LARPing, I would definitely give them a proper read-through though. Okay? Do that. You learn a lot of good stuff. When I finally brought my ticket, I was a bit late to the party. I paid the late purchase price. Ouch. Worth getting the early bird. I didn't, because I didn't have a group or anyone to go with, and I have done that at LARPs before, and I didn't have that much fun when you don't have a campfire to join, because everyone has their own groups already, and you don't have like a questing party. So yeah, I was a bit on the edge of whether I'm gonna go or not to this, but I decided last minute to go anyway. Expensive decision. And hopefully make friends while I'm there this time. If you want to set up camp on the Tuesday instead of the Wednesday, it's an extra $30, unless you did it in the early bird tickets. They come with it. Final ticket sales closed in the middle of October, so that's a good heads up for next year if you need a deadline, or if you can go or not. Maybe your work schedule won't allow you to know by then. Once you arrive at the event, there's typically a check-in spot where you'll get a wristband or a stamp, though the website doesn't mention where, but I'm familiar with the event grounds and it's really easy to navigate, so when you get there, I'm sure you can ask and people will be able to just point pretty simple to where you need to go to sign in. Currency. When you sign in, you'll be given 3 coppers. These are not the coppers. You can buy more at the Wyvern Craft Merchant. So the system's pretty easy. 10 copies equals silver, 10 silvers equal gold. It's also encouraged you can bring your own game currency. Others may accept it or not. Or you could start a coin collection. What can you use this currency for? Well, you could bribe other players, maybe fight for you, heal you, fix your armor, or buying potions that can help you later. There are some potions that do healing, and we'll get into that later. Not in this video though. Heads up though, there isn't a strict rule about stealing or looting. So if someone is dead, you've killed somebody, haha, you ask their permission to loot them. And they may give you something or they might not. It's going to be up to player discretion. The different camp options. There are 5. I have the one for silver, the pin for silver, and the pin for shadow. I was originally going to choose silver camp, but I changed my aesthetic. And shadow camp, my partner would go if they weren't being a battle ref. So the camps are divided by color. There is the red camp, the blue camp, the green camp, the silver camp, and shadow camp. Each camp has different philosophies and beliefs. As said before, you could either create a character that fits into the camp's values, or just choose the camp that feels coolest to you and the character that you already want to play, and build your character around that. So, reveal. I went with green camp. So it's actually the largest one so far. I think we have roughly around 80 people. Organization within your camp. Once you've picked a camp, you join their Discord group. When I joined Green Camp, I was blown away by how much organization had already been done. They had weekly meetings and crafting sessions since August. There are forms for everything, from your tent size to your character skill to whether you're aligned with a group or you're going solo. You'll be asked if you can help with the common areas or props for the camp. It might feel overwhelming at first, but just take it one step at a time, like I did. And read the minutes from the previous meetings. I'm not sure how the other camps are running, but hopefully they have that too. And then you can be kind of caught up with everything. Each camp has shared spaces where everyone will benefit. So if you can help with the props, great. Structures, great. If not, no worries. Like, there will be plenty of ways you can contribute to your camp. Especially if you're coming from overseas. You have a limited amount of stuff you can bring. Also, you're awesome for being able to come from overseas. I wish I could do that. I'm just happy that it's here now.
Also join the Discord for Drachenfest Australia. And we'll see if we can find some even more information here.
Guilds. What kind of character or activities do you want to play? Personally, I'm more interested in finding side quests with the guilds than attending every battle or trying for a leadership role. At this first Drachenfest Australia, there will be a fighters, a mages, thieves, an alchemist, and a bard's guild. You can join more than one, but you might spread yourself a bit thin. I can only share information about the mage and the alchemist guild, as they're the only ones I could find anything about at the moment.
That was true. However, since I have filmed it, the Fighters Guild have put on a post and also created a Discord server. So you can get information about what they're doing there. Oh, look at that cute sign.
To join the Mages Guild, you need to donate a scroll of lore or magical knowledge from your world to their library. It is a full donation, it's not a borrow, so you'll have to be okay with not getting it back. They offer classes like scroll drafting and sigil creation and others that they mentioned. If that is the path for you, you'll want to dive into the magic rules. There's a lot of spells you could do. And get involved with the Discord page they already have set up. Go Mages Guild. Being organized. The Alchemist Guild, which is kind of the direction I'm heading towards. Yeah, no, that's what I'm doing. It doesn't mention anywhere if you need to complete a task or what task that is if you want to join it, but it does promote its own courses, how to cultivate ingredient gardens, engage in demonstrations, and help you unlock new alchemical techniques. Make sure you check out the DFAU Plus Rulebook Alchemy section, the Alchemy Manuals, also the Herb Garden and Laboratory Construction Guide that has some additional information, some relevant and some not so much in the last one, but bits and pieces are still. Keep in mind that class spots are limited due to the amount of time and material constraints. They might only have so many ingredients for potions, or so many different contraptions. Some classes even have prerequisites, I read, like solving puzzles or completing a quest beforehand. It's best to introduce yourself to the guilds in character as soon as the game begins, to find out everything you need to find out to be able to do those classes. Character creation. So I like to understand the world, my camp's values, the guild options before creating a character. which is why I put this section later in the video. To keep it simple, you get 12 skill points to distribute across 2 of the 5 branches. Those 5 branches being combat, medicine, crafting and performance, magic, and alchemy. If you want to fight with anything larger than a 115 centimeter weapon, or if you want to wear armor, or if you want to have a shield, you're going to need to pick the combat branch. So think about what you want your character to focus on, what you want your experience to be, and choose your skills accordingly. Write up a character sheet and keep track of your points in an easy to access place so you don't forget it when you get to the event. Pick a spellbook. I couldn't find anywhere about you needing certain props in order for you to take a skill, which means it's not a restriction that you could potentially borrow items at the guild or from other players, but you don't want to rely on that as this is a roleplay heavy event, and I would recommend either choosing a character that you already have the props for, or you may can find some simple ones. That is if you don't have the time, money, or skill to go elaborate. I found this at a second-hand store, but I already owned it. Merchants and catering. Need to buy something at the event? Here's what my research has found. You can have signs of swords where you could get a shield, weaponry, even some basic clothes. The Wyvern Crafts merchant also have items like that. The Castle Blacksmith, love Cam, will have accessories, jewelry, and some great souvenirs. The Parry Smith, which promotes custom weapons, and a leather workshop.
Another new addition is the Adventurer's Bastion.
If you needed to hire an in-character tent, you could do that with Swell Shelter Glamping. If you don't want to worry about cooking like me, because it's just me and I don't want to cook all the time, I'm choosing Taverna da Lupa, and I'm sorry if I said that wrong, guys. I love you. They have a pre-order meal plan that's worth checking out too. I have eaten their food before at my last Exodus event camp, and it was media. So you want to take photos and videos like me at events? You'll need to fill out a media form that is also linked below. Then be in touch with their media coordinator, get their permission, and attend a briefing before the game. So that covers the basics for getting ready for Drachenfest Australia. I hope this video helps you feel a little less overwhelmed if you're just diving into your planning process like I was, still am. Only 2 weeks left to go. Yeah, we'll be fine, guys. We'll be fine. Look, there's definitely a lot to take in, but once you just break it down into steps, it's not so bad. You can always ask people, especially if you're new to LARPing, you can ask people. Veteran LARPers are usually really good people, from my experience, and they'll help you out definitely. I know the combat aspect can be a lot, which is why, again, hoping to make a separate video. If you are attending, feel free to share what camp or guild you're joining down in the comments below. I'd love to know. Also, I've linked all the forms and resources that I've mentioned below, so I hope that can help you as well if you're having trouble keeping track of where everything is in the socials and in The website's pretty easy, but they don't have everything. Thanks so much for watching. If this video was a help to you, give it a like. Consider subscribing for more content like this. I will be sharing updates closer to the Drachenfest. So stay tuned. Good luck with your preparations. I can't wait to see some of you there. Excited.